All right. What we're going to do here is go through the Kegaque 10104 gas grill and the 1004 ORG charcoal grill. This is the sample sent to us. One of the most important things about the grill is the legs, that they're in, that they're all in spec, and that this leg folds up, locks into this clip tightly so we can carry it, and then when it folds down, they're channeled into this bottom handle that they lock down and into place. The grill will go through, they should all be nicely chrome plated, no marks of peeling or any dark marks. The inside we can have a little latitude with, but this one is the sample that we received from Sambone and Kevin, which is very good. The handle are placed on the top of the grill. They need to line up with the two holes underneath and be signed with Kegaque. Each grill has two clips. The gas unit has just an outside clip, leaving the top vent holes open. We need these holes open to allow oxygen to flow freely into the grill to keep the burner tube lit. The grate is pretty self-explanatory, except that there are 4 levels on it that are in the tooling, bottom tooling. The grate must be of size that it fits on all 4 points and lays flat. Next is very simple. It is a heat shield. The heat shield has 2 holes in opposite legs, allowing for a thick lighter or a lighting utensil to be put through the grill from one side opposite the burner tube to light the burner tube. Also, it's we've been going back and forth, but we definitely want there to be this edge folded over to give this some rigidity. The rest of the grill is very simple. We have two bolts. They're actually carriage nuts. They fit into the handle, and then we have these nuts with lock washers. I believe they're called flange nuts. They actually have a rigid face to them that acts as a locking component. Lastly is the bottom has 4 louvers in it. These louvers are imperative that they are opened a minimum of 1/4 of an inch, thus letting air flow freely inside to keep the burner tube lit. The regulator is fastened by screwing itself into a lug slug that is compressed into the burner tube and then is screwed in tightly and will read low, medium, high as it's turned on. When we're done, again, the legs with some pressure just the leg comes out of the bottom side handle. The top, once we put the guts back in, one leg first, other leg second. Once again, roll up, lock into place, and away we go. So that's the finished unit. I'll go through the packaging right now. What we want to see is obviously we have a 4-color box being made that we go together with that box and have everything packaged nicely in there. Start with the instructions. So what we're going to want to do when we do a quality check on this is make sure that each part's available. Ted, do we have a pen or pencil to check these off? So let's go right down the list as we unpack the box. We have our grate, which we will go ahead and cross off. As we can see, going down the list, cooking grate is alphabet D. that will be on the top of the box. All our parts will be boxed within the grill itself in a parts box. It fits snugly inside the grill, but leaves us some area to move forward. Inside this box will be packaged everything except the outer top shell and the bottom shell. So we'll have a regulator, two legs. This is where it's imperative to check these legs to make sure that they are in spec. As you can see, this leg is slightly out. It's bent forward instead of backwards. This is a problem that we've been seeing. This is one grill I just picked out. Kind of glad that I did. This is something that we would like to discard. We have some extra legs being ordered to combat this problem. Burner tube. Just received these burner tubes in also. As you'll see, the burner tubes, it looks like they are trying to chrome plate the burner tube. This burner tube should be plated so it is not spotted or flaking. Depending on what material they used, this burner tube needs to look new and not spotted or shoddy like this one. Each grill will have two clips. Might as well start checking some of this stuff off. So we have two side clips, we had a regulator, a burner tube, two wire legs. One of them we would have rejected. We would have rejected that burner tube also. Within the box is a handle kit package. Then in here we'll find our two side handles and our top handle.
You get me charcoal stuff so I can go through the charcoal.
These side handles are unique in what you'll see is the tooling portion for the leg itself to click in and out of a lock position with this flange. There's also 3 bars in the handle. I'll show you what those are used for with the charcoal grill. A side vent goes into goes in front of the handle, or actually behind the handle before it's fastened to the grill, and then the vent is able to be lowered and hired into 3 positions due to these 3 slots. Top handle, just take a good quick look at it, make sure there's no chips on it. And then, of course, the hardware kit. Each one of our hardware kits, there is an extra nut and bolt, just because we want to make sure that for the minimum cost of putting those in there, that the consumer has enough nuts and bolts. Again, check the burner, the heat shield for the 2 holes, and that the sides are rolled over.
Charcoal. Original grills, do we?
Just give me the slide vents and the round vents.
Oh, gotcha.
So we went ahead and we have 2 side handles, a heat shield, and a top handle. Go to our hardware kit. We are looking for 6 of the carriage bolts and whiz flange nuts. We're probably expecting though to have 7 of them. 3, 4, 5, 6. This kit has 6. As long as they do have 6, we are fine. I don't believe we have asked for 7 in this kit. We also are looking for 2 wing nuts for our clips, and 2 small 43/8 head bolts. and two 40 number 2 lock washers, and two 40 split lock washers. So a nut, a split washer, which we don't have in this package, and a wing nut. The burner tube will have a 1/4 inch 20 bolt, carriage bolt. This is important to our assembly because there's a square hole in the burner tube. So this carriage bolt is important that it goes through the burner tube, and then it is also will go through the bottom of the grill, which I'll take out now. There's a couple quick things we want to do when we're checking the bottom of the grill. Again, we want to see the opening of these louvers. We want to make sure that, again, this is for the burner tube, that this square hole is in the grill. And also, therefore, is the importance of the carriage bolt, that square head that goes through the outer of the grill and through the burner tube, which then, as the lock washer goes on, it'll keep the burner tube from swinging out of plane and rock itself into the bottom of the grill. As we're putting these together, what we want to do is make sure we follow the instructions. The only tricky part of the instructions is that the burner tube goes in before the handles go in. What I'm going to do now is put on this handle for the gas grill, but just want to show you what the charcoal components are used for. The only difference between the gas grill and the charcoal grill are these components. We have a bottom vent that will cover this hole as a smiley face. What we have is this tab goes on the inside of the vent, and as you can see, that will keep that, that will act as a slide and be able to lower or higher the vent once it's on. With the two wing flange nuts, we tighten those up. Pretty simple to put together. There's only the burner tube has a nut, and then there's 6 nuts to put on the handles, and then the round the clips. So we go ahead and put those together real quick. Let's throw on this other handle as fast as possible so our tape's not too long. Got our 2 legs. Heat shield, cooking grate, and we go ahead and assemble our top. Also, before we're assembling tops and bottoms, we want to make sure that the shelves are flat. So we put those on a flat surface and make sure there's not any wobbling of the top or bottom shells. If they're out of flat, the top won't meet up with the bottom. And then once again, what I'm going to do here is show you the round vents for the charcoal grill instead of the charcoal clips. For our charcoal grill, we actually have vents for the top, so it's actually the clip welded onto a flat piece. For the charcoal grill, we'd add these instead of the clips. We'd also, for the charcoal grill, be removing the burner tube, heat shield, and regulator, and substituting that with a bottom charcoal grate. Then we just finger tighten these so they'll spin freely. Top sits on. So these vents, when we're ready to go, you'll notice that when they're open, they're sideways. When we're ready to go, they close those top holes. We bring the legs up into the top clip, back down, bring that closed, and back up. A little disappointed in these last group of grills, but I wanted to use this because I wanted to show you what we're looking to improve. Here we have about a 1/4 inch gap between the top of this grill, this vent clip and the grill. As you notice, our previous grill, the legs came up, snapped over the clip, and into a lock position. That's what we want to see happen. This vent also will now raise and lower depending, on how high you want it. There's one last thing for this vent. Then the one he sent us, we have the word hot stamped into the top of it. So this is what you would essentially be looking at, the difference between a gas and a charcoal grill. We'd have these charcoal vents, we'd have the slide vent, and we'd have a charcoal grate in the grill instead of the clip, burner tube, regulator, and a heat shield. And that is the instructions that we are going to have to look forward to. Most important thing being this leg and this travel point. I'm going to turn this off and go out in the shop and just show you. Here's our packaging. We'd like each grill in a master pack of 5. If we can have the dimensions, the width is most important. We'd like to see if we can get that width under 16 inches so we could get 3 of them on our pallet, 48 by 42, and then the height is not that crucial. Each one should have our purchase order number on it, the model number, carton number, and I think it's a regulated marking that it's made in China. Also, on the side, we can put the weight and quantity. Inside each box, neatly packed with like the 5 grills in there, all packed the same way and protected. Thank you very much. Hi Ed, this is the Fosun Factory's grill, the import with the lift-off top, the hinge top. As you can see, it's got the warming rack. This is the charcoal version of it with the bottom grate just being a charcoal grate. Again, the louvers are most important for this grill. The charcoal one has upper vents. The gas one does not have those vents. Again, the most important thing with this grill is the legs and making sure that the grill lays flat, and then that each one of these has a leg lock in it, and that the leg pops out of that lock, swings up, and locks onto the grill. All right. The gas version of it simply just has a burner tube, regulator, and a heat shield. All right.